Welcome to 10 Minutes with Tony Scott. I'm Tony Scott. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. Our show today is brought to you by Gentry Academy in Blaine. Gentry is a high-end private school that offers a great education and top-level hockey training. Here's a quick recap of last weekend's action. At the International Cup in Blaine, the Tampa Bay Junior Lightning won the 0-1 division. Hopefully that is a sign of things to come for the Stanley Cup Finals. The Machine Black won their second straight tourney, winning the 0-2 invite, and the Miracle Gold 03s were on the winning side of a championship after a tough loss in the Independent 2 weeks ago. This weekend they won the I-Cup with a nice win over the Playmakers. Miracle Gold 04 beat the Machine Orange in OT to win that title. Miracle Gold 05 won the 05 title going away, and Finlandia Hockey Club fought off a feisty Northern Wings team for the 06 title. The Great Plains team won both of their games on their trip to Madison last weekend, coming from behind late to score 2 goals in the third period. The game-time goal by Jack Sweeney shorthanded 5-on-3 with a minute left, and Isaac Howard got the game winner on the first shift of OT. On Sunday, Great Plains won 5-1 despite being outworked and outshot by Team Midwest. Great Plains got some great goaltending from Ben Dardis and were able to convert on their opportunities. Players to watch from Great Plains: J.J. Wybush, Jack Sweeney, and Isaac Howard are constant threats for Great Plains team. Shout out to Jimmy Clark from Edina. He inked the score sheet 3 times, a pretty goal on Saturday, and 2 playmaker assists on Sunday to earn team MVP honors for the weekend. The Midwest team had some stars of their own. Jackson Wilson from Chicago is a special player. He really makes things happen out there, on both sides of the rink. He had 3 goals in 2 days. Ben Behrens in the nets was outstanding Saturday. He made some incredible saves. And Troy Tollison from Verona, Wisconsin, he's a big kid who has a nose for the net. I also really liked Will Moore and Jonah Agater from the Midwest. These kids have some special ability. Congratulations to Tom Beatty from Apple Valley. He was the first to answer last week's Tommy Chicago's trivia question. Fitting, his name is Tom. Tom doesn't know much, but he knew that Jim Carroll was a former Metro Player of the Year, 4-year letter winner at Michigan Tech, and now the public address announcer for the State High School Hockey Tournament. This week's trivia question is simple. Brendan McFadden from Sibley and soon-to-be St. Thomas Academy is a top 2,000 player who will be headed to St. Cloud in a couple weeks for the HP 15 camp. Brendan has 2 older brothers who played Division I football. Where did they play football is today's trivia question. If you know the answer, send an email to youthhockeyhub@gmail.com. Winners of the question each week get a $20 gift card to Tommy Chicago's. This week we'll be announcing our invites to the Pee Wee Challenge. We're still waiting on a registration link from Sport Engine prior to announcing the teams. The list of players is awesome at each level, and what a great list of hockey names. Here are a few of the ones that we liked. Marin Friday from Duluth and Asia Baker from Isanti. Hard to forget those 2 names. How about Lucky Bischoff from Grand Rapids or Nick Blood from Mount Westaka on the minor Pee Wee list? Now those are 2 great hockey names. And finally, 2 major Pee Wee invites with some surname excellence. Kyron Morioka from Minneapolis, and one of my favorite names, Luke Lewandowski from Rosemount. That's just a taste of a few kids on the list. The list from all 3 levels should be out this week. Speaking of great players and great names, today we will add Demetrius Koumatsis from Edina to our Now Prospects 2018 list. Demetrius had a great season for the runner-ups in the state last year at Bantam AA, and had a great HP 15 festival. We think that he has a solid chance of making it to New York out of St. Cloud camp that starts in a couple weeks. We are still taking names and teams for the State of Hockey Showdown in August. The AAA hockey tournament is for both open and invite level birth years 2001 to 2006. The State of Hockey is a full ice event, just like the Warrior Cup. We'll be covering the event cover to cover, providing up to the minute tweets, live streams, and alternate teams and Shock Doctor MVPs. It should be a fun weekend. Speaking of tournaments, our new 3-on-3 tournament, the Summer Freeze-Off, is now accepting teams. It will be held at the Igloo in Otsego, a brand new 3-on-3 rink that has a beautiful bar and restaurant attached to it. We'll be covering the event with stories, tweets, and first of its kind broadcast of the championship game. I can't wait to do that one. The Freeze-Off is a AAA style 3-on-3 tourney that allows a group of any kind to sign up. We have school teams, we have association teams, and we have AAA summer teams too. All shapes and sizes will be showing up in Otsego that weekend. Send an email to youthhockeyhub@gmail.com to sign up your team. We expect the event to sell out fast. It's for birth years 03 and 04. Here's a quick update on what's happening at Gentry Academy. This week they will end their first year of school this Friday in Blaine. The students will end their school year giving persuasive speeches. Who knows, the winner might take my job someday. You know that wouldn't be hard. They will also be completing their math and reading tests to measure their growth. The results from the fall to the spring have been impressive. The school expects to grow in size a lot in its second year. They will be accepting applications for next year's enrollment throughout the summer. Interested student athletes can apply on their website under the admissions tab. The web address is gentryacademy.com. They will host a camp this summer, June 15th through 18th, featuring Sean Skinner's stick handling system, their Power Edge Pro training system. The camp will be run by my buddy Joe Dietzick and his staff of pros and trainers. There's a tab on the Gentry site for camps for more information. Lastly, Gentry will be hosting open houses in August. Check their website for dates as they become available. Tweet of the Week. This week's Tweet of the Week comes from Miracle Gold AAA, who, by the way, had a great weekend of success at their home event at the Super Rink last weekend. Their tweet writes, "If you aren't talented enough to be a novelist, not smart enough for a lawyer, and our hands are too shaky for operations, you're a journalist." Well said. Hard to disagree, having completed a journalism degree 25 years ago. None of my classmates have written a book, become a lawyer, or operate a crane. So we got that going for us. Boom roasted. This week we have no booms. Hard to roast anyone after what a great week our friend Peter Harrington had. As fun as our booms usually are, it doesn't feel right to boom anyone after what we learned about Peter having all of his medical tubes removed and is eating solid food and taking a few steps. One of his doctors called Pete the Miracle. And for that, we thank everyone in the hockey community for their prayers for his healing and recovery. Thumbs up to my in-laws Tony and Derry Catalino, who took me in last weekend in Madison, Wisconsin. They got their first taste of how great youth hockey is. Heck, my mother-in-law wants to be boom roasted. I told her that if she keeps getting my kids Wisconsin Badger swag, she might. Thank you for tuning into today's show. Hope to see you around the rink soon.